Hello, and welcome back to my sort of YouTube channel. um, Today I kind of wanted to talk about just briefly about how I overcame my gym anxiety, and how the gym helps with my anxiety and mental health. So I mean that follows on from like my post I did this week. I do struggle with related symptoms, so sometimes very rarely I will have the occasional panic attack, but mainly it's just that feeling really anxious, like something really bad's going to happen. Um, so when I started going to the gym, that kind of helped. So going to the gym helped sort of relieve symptoms, maybe a bit happier. But I also found that sometimes the gym could actually trigger my anxiety. I think there's a lot out there that says, oh yeah, the gym is going to fix you. It's basically just a therapist. It's going to replace your ADs. It's going to replace your anxieties. It's going to just fix you generally. But I don't think that's strictly true. I don't think anyone really talks about the fact that the gym can trigger certain mental health conditions. But in my experience, it has triggered my anxiety, and at times it has made me feel quite down, because very simply, if I don't go one day, maybe Tuesday, I always train on a Tuesday. Even if I'm on a Tuesday Sunday split, I always train on a Tuesday. And Monday Sunday or a Tuesday Sunday split, it doesn't matter. So when I don't go because I haven't got time, because I've got like 9 to 5 lectures and I'm working in the evening or something, so I have to go on a Wednesday, I just feel really down. And sometimes I don't go any day because I feel really low, and I just feel like I can't get myself there, or I don't feel very well. And when I don't go to the gym, it can make me feel really down, and it can like make my anxiety not worse, but it doesn't get like reduced. So I still have that residual anxiety that I'm feeling anyway, and where the gym would help me get rid of that, or as an outlet, I don't have that day. So, and I think the gym is kind of addictive. I think that feeling of like that happy feeling you get, that relief from whatever mental health you're dealing with, or whatever you're dealing with then and there, I think that is addictive. I enjoy that feeling a bit too much. I think a lot of people do, not necessarily too much, but the serotonin that you get from going to the gym, that happy feeling and that relief, that stress relief, it's brilliant, it's fantastic. But unless you're actually dealing with the root cause of the stress and the anxiety, the gym isn't going to fix that. And I think going to the gym for some people even can cause anxiety. It did for me. It's that, am I going to get on a squat rack? Am I going to have to wait 20 minutes for a squat rack? Are people watching me? Are people looking at me? Am I strong enough? Do I look good enough? Do I look, I've got fat rolls I can't see? Like, whatever the situation is, I think the gym can actually trigger that anxiety, to the point I've been literally sat in the car park for half an hour before, trying to make myself go in, because I was so scared that if I went in there, my brain was saying, oh, it's because we might not get a squat rack. But the reality is, you go scared of going in there because you've got people who intimidate you in there. You've got, that feeling that you're not good enough, that you don't belong, especially when you just started out, and especially when you just started lifting. Well, at least that's how I felt. So I think there is a negative side to the gym and mental health that people don't really talk about, and hence I'm doing this. I'm hoping I don't make this too much longer, because it's very personal, and some people find the gym just cures them. But I think it's also worth putting out there that the gym can make anxiety and depression worse, because it only temporarily fixes it. It's like drinking. Drinking makes you feel great for the time that you're drunk, and then you wake up hungover and you feel even worse than you did before. It's that temporary fix. And the gym, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, and I wouldn't be without it. And it does help because it gives me that temporary release. It reminds me when those times I'm really anxious, which is not all the time, granted, I'm really down. It reminds me of those, of how it's I'm not supposed to feel, but how feeling good feels. I go and like my friends are there and I have a chat, the social side of it, or just achieving something or just moving makes you feel better. And it reminds you that it is okay. But if you're not then dealing with the root cause of why you're feeling down, then the gym isn't going to fix it for you. And I think we need to move away from that mentality that it is, because this whole going to the gym on 4 hours sleep, hopped up on caffeine and, 24 mental illnesses, that trend that seems to be going around, maybe I'm just saying it and everybody else is, but it's not right. It's quite disturbing actually that people think that that's okay. It's really not okay. And I just really hope that people start not relying on the gym as therapy and get help, because I know darn well, even though I go to the gym, I still have help, because there is no way I'd be able to function doing what I do as a vet student with all the responsibility I have in my life and the way that my brain processes things. I'm naturally quite an anxious, stressy person. So with everything I have to deal with day to day, if I didn't have the gym and help, so whether that be therapy or whatever, I wouldn't be able to function. And I think a lot of people were the same. So I'm not saying stop saying the gym's great. I'm not saying stop saying it's like therapy or whatever, but it's not going to cure you. I mean, it's not going to cure majority of people, I don't think. And I think and as I say, it can also trigger those anxieties, and it can make people develop body dysmorphia and related eating disorders and things that aren't great. But I think so long as everyone is aware, everyone who goes to the gym for mental health reasons is aware that it's not going to cure them, that it's just going to help and relieve them, then I think that's all we need. That's all we need to do. And I think probably most people are aware of that. But so long as social media and the media and everyone that has a voice is speaking out and saying this, and not saying that it's going to cure them, and not making it okay to be going to the gym on a gram of caffeine, that obviously would probably kill you. But yeah, so long as people are saying these things, then I think we're okay. But I just wanted to get across how anxiety has played a part in my gym experience, and that is that it has helped my anxiety, but has also sometimes made it worse, especially going to a gym like Nottingham Strong. First time I kind of started going there, that was quite intimidating, as you can probably imagine if you've ever seen it, but it's full of bodybuilders and really, really strong powerlifters. So obviously you can imagine 20-minute drive to the gym was quite nerve-wracking for me to begin with. But that whole fear of not being able to get the equipment I needed, well, that was quashed massively because of the gym I was going to. So it varies. I just think so long as we are fully aware of the consequences of going to the gym, good and bad, then it'd be a lot happier and less toxic place. I think the gym has a lot of areas in which it has become a bit toxic on social media, and mental health and the belief that it's going to cure you is one of them. But yeah, it does help. I'm not doing a complete, people's parade kind of right now, but I think we just need to be aware that of this scenario, that it's not going to fix you. It's just going to help you. And that's great. That is fantastic that it helps you as well. And I'm not trying to say it's not. But yeah, I hope that kind of resonates with some people and makes maybe some people feel a bit more at ease that going to the gym actually can be quite an anxious situation. There are times that you can't go because you're so down or whatever, and also makes people feel like, okay, well, the gym isn't fixing me. That's okay, because that is okay. You're okay. So please just seek the help that you need in the capacity that you need it. If the gym is enough, great. If it's not, that's fine too. So you know what you're going to do. You know yourself better than anybody else. So yeah, anxiety is definitely curable, I think. But it's just finding the ways in which you have to go around doing that. Well, maybe not curable, but manageable. So yeah. Well, I hope that was useful to at least one person out there in the world. And if it was, just give it a like, and I will try and post something relevant and somewhat useful every week. So if you want to see that, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I will see you next week.